Imagine this for a second. What if another version of you is out there, living, breathing, making choices, not in some distant galaxy, but in a reality that runs parallel to this one? Sounds wild, right? But let's cut through the fluff and get real. Science and philosophy both hint at something bigger than what you see in front of you. Quantum physics says every decision creates a new path, a new version of reality. That means there's a version of you out there who's nailed every dream you've ever had and one who's blown every chance. Now here's the kicker. You're connected to every single one of them. Every failure, every triumph, they all loop back to you. But let's not turn this into a fairy tale. You're not here to just fantasize about better versions of yourself. The truth is, you already have the tools to tune into these other possibilities and become something greater. Hard truth, most people won't do it. They'll settle. Why? Because it's easier to stick with what's familiar than to stretch for what's possible. They'll blame the world, circumstances, bad luck, anything but their own choices. But here's the wisdom you need to hear. Every choice you make right now either builds a bridge to a better version of yourself or burns it down. And let's be clear, this isn't some mystical, manifest your dreams overnight nonsense. Growth isn't glamorous. It's gritty, painful, and often lonely. You will stumble, you will fail, and when you do, the easy option will be to quit. But that's where the real work begins. When you're at your lowest, staring at the mess you've made, and still deciding to get up and try again. That's how you inch closer to the person you're meant to be. Let's not sugarcoat it. Growth is uncomfortable. Sometimes it feels like you're walking in the dark with no guarantee that the next step will land on solid ground. But guess what? That's the price of creating a life worth living. If you're not willing to pay it, then don't expect anything extraordinary. Signs are everywhere if you're paying attention. That gut feeling that tells you to go left when the whole world screams right? That's not random. It's the wiser, sharper version of you whispering through the static. Déjà vu, synchronicities, dreams so vivid they stay with you. Those aren't cute coincidences. Those are wake-up calls. But here's the thing. Most people ignore them. They chalk them up to luck or superstition and go back to their routines. Why? Because listening means change, and change means risk. But let me tell you this. Ignoring those signs doesn't make life easier. It just makes it smaller. Playing it safe might keep you comfortable, but it won't get you anywhere worth going. Here's a stoic reality check. Life doesn't hand you anything for free. You want peace? Build it. You want success? Work for it. You want purpose? Find it in your choices. The universe might be infinite, but your time in this slice of reality isn't. So stop wasting it ignoring the signs and start aligning with the version of you who's already living the life you want. And let's keep it simple. You don't need to meditate for hours or decode cryptic symbols to start this journey. Begin by listening to yourself. What habits need to die? What choices need to change? Self-awareness is the strongest currency you'll ever hold. Use it. Here's where it gets deeper. Every time you avoid the hard decisions, you're choosing mediocrity. Every time you let fear dictate your actions, you're letting the lesser version of yourself win. This isn't about perfection. It's about momentum. One small change, one brave decision. That's all it takes to start shifting into alignment with the life you actually want. At the end of the day, here's the truth. You are not your circumstances. You are your choices. Every moment, you're collapsing infinite possibilities into one reality. Make it count. The best version of you? It's not some untouchable ideal. It's within reach, but only if you're willing to let go of the excuses and grab it. And let me tell you something else. The road to that better version of yourself isn't paved with comfort. It's lined with doubts, setbacks, and people telling you it's impossible. But that's the point. The struggle isn't a punishment, it's the process. It's how you earn the right to live a life that's true to who you are. This isn't about magic, it's about mastery, over your mind, your energy, and your choices. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be intentional. Start today and watch what happens when you stop dreaming and start doing. Because here's the final truth. No one's coming to save you. No magical version of you from another reality is going to swoop in and fix your life. You have to be your own hero. The power to change, to grow, to thrive is already within you. So stop waiting for a sign. You've already got everything you need. Now it's time to act.